Hello everyone and welcome to the pharmacy. Today we are going to start our next practical, that is experiment number 15 of the hospital and clinical pharmacy. Our aim is to evaluate absorbent cotton wool IP. So this is one of the component used in the surgical dressings. So apparatus are glasswares, test tubes, stoppered conical flask, stoppered measuring cylinder, borosilicate glass beakers, glass rods, glass plates, microscope and a UV lamp. Chemicals: absorbent cotton wool, iodinated zinc chloride solution, dilute phenolphthalein solution, methyl orange solution, sulfuric acid and water. And how we are going to prepare iodinated zinc chloride solution? By dissolving 20 gram of zinc chloride powder and 6.5 gram of potassium iodide in 10.5 ml of water. Then add 0.5 gram of iodine and shake for 15 minutes. Filter if necessary. So the quantity is that 20 gram of zinc chloride plus 6.5 gram of potassium iodide in 10.5 ml of water and 0.5 gram of iodine and shake for 15 minutes. So our iodinated zinc chloride solution is ready. So what is the procedure? First we will see which are the components in absorbent cotton wool. Raw cotton fibers are treated with various chemicals to remove natural waxes, impurities in it and foreign substances, and then bleach, clean and achieve absorbent cotton. So the raw cotton fibers are treated first with various chemicals to remove natural waxes and the impurities and foreign substances in it, and then bleach, clean and finally we get the pure absorbent cotton. Chemically it contains pure cellulose with a 6 to 7% of moisture. Cellulose reacts with the iodinated zinc chloride solution to give stable complex of violet color. The cellulose in the cotton is reacted with the zinc chloride to give the violet color. It is insoluble in zinc chloride solution. So we have to iodinated the zinc chloride solution to get our desired violet color. Some fluorescent substances may remain in cotton due to improper cleaning, gives some fluorescence. So if the cleaning is not that appropriate, some fluorescent substances may remain in the cotton, and by the test we can find the fluorescent substances in the cotton. Naps. What are naps? Naps are small tangled masses of fibers visible to naked eye, which can be observed in a thin layer against light. So if we make a thin layer of cotton and watch in a light, small tangled masses of fibers we can see, and these are called as naps. It should not contain more than 500 naps per gram of absorbent cotton wool. Per gram there not should be more than 500 naps in the cotton absorbent wool. So which are the tests? First one is identification test. First, examine single fiber of the absorbent cotton wool under the microscope. First we have to get a single fiber from the absorbent cotton wool and watch it under the microscope. It should be 4 centimeter long and 40 millimeter wide, and it is flattened tube and rounded walls and often twisted. How we see, it's like a approximately 44 centimeter long and 40 millimeter wide. It is flattened tube and rounded walls and often twisted. Second identification test is the sample on a glass slide. You have to take the cotton sample onto the glass slide and add few drops of iodinated zinc chloride solution. Okay, it is iodinated, so it gives, we have just seen in the previous slide. And third identification test is 0.1 gram of sample in a borosilicate beaker plus add 10 ml of zinc chloride solution plus heat to 40 degrees Celsius and allow to stand for 2.5 hours with occasional shaking. And fibers do not dissolve. Our final result, it should be fibers do not dissolve because fibers do not dissolve in zinc chloride solution. So our end result should be fibers do not dissolve. So these are the three tests for identification of absorbent cotton wool. Second test is for acidity, alkalinity and surface active substances. First we have to prepare a filtrate for all these tests. Filtrate we are going to make from 15 gram of sample, adding in a borosilicate glass flask, then add 150 ml of water and macerate for 2 hours. That is to shake for 2 hours. Then decant the liquid and squeeze out residual liquid by glass rod and mix both. That is our filtered solution, and liquid coming out by squeezing the sample. Mix this solution and use the filtrate for upcoming test. First test is for acidity. Take the 25 ml filtrate and add 0.1 ml of dilute phenolphthalein solution. So there should not be any pink color to it. If solution shows pink color, then it indicates presence of acidic content in it. We are going to add 0.1 ml of, that is a small quantity of dilute phenolphthalein solution to a 25 ml of filtrate. So it should not give any pink color. If giving the pink color, it may contain the presence of acid. Second test is for alkalinity. Take the 25 ml of filtrate and add 0.05 ml of methyl orange solution. If the solution shows pink color, it indicates the presence of alkaline content in it. So in this case, if the solution shows pink color, it indicates that it has alkaline content in it. Third test is for surface active substances. We have to take 25 ml graduated ground glass stopper cylinder. Its external diameter should be 18 to 22 millimeter. Okay, we have to take first 25 ml grounded ground glass stopper cylinder having the diameter of 18 to 22 millimeter. Then rinse it with the sulfuric acid and then with water. First we have to rinse with sulfuric acid and then we have to rinse again with water. Then add 10 ml of filtrate which we have prepared earlier and then shake vigorously for 30 times in 10 seconds. Then stand for 1 minute. Then again shake for 30 times in a 10 seconds. We have to repeat the process for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes we have to check the height of the froth and it does not exceed 2 millimeter above the surface of liquid. So this is a test for surface active substances. If it goes above the height from the surface of liquid, the test is negative. Third is fluorescence test. Prepare layer of cotton wool on a glass plate having approximately 5 mm thickness. Okay, we have to prepare a thin layer of absorbent cotton wool on a glass plate having approximately 5 mm thickness. Then observe it in a UV lamp having maximum output 365 nanometer. What we see? Slight brownish fluorescence and a few yellow particles. Not more than a few isolated fibers shows intense blue fluorescence. Okay, what we see, that is a slight and brownish fluorescence and a few yellow particles, and not more than a few isolated fibers show intense blue fluorescence. So brownish fluorescence, yellow particles and blue fluorescence we see in the absorbent cotton wool. Fourth test is for water soluble substances. We have to take the 5 gram of sample, that is a absorbent cotton wool, and add 500 ml of water and boil for 30 minutes in a borosilicate glass on a gas. Then stir frequently and replace evaporated water. The water which is evaporated, we have to replace the again fresh water in it. Then decant the liquid into the beaker and squeeze liquid from material with a glass rod. Same procedure we have done earlier, but water quantity is more in it and we are going to boil it. Then mix and filter while it is a hot. We have to mix all the squeezed liquid and the filtered liquid. Mix both and evaporate 4 ml of filtrate and dry at temperature 105 degrees Celsius. So we are going to evaporate till we get the dry weight of the sample. The water soluble content should not be more than 0.5 percentage. This percentage is we are going to calculate by the first taken sample of 5 gram of absorbent cotton wool. Fifth and last test is for naps. What are naps? Naps are the small visible fibers in the absorbent cotton wool. We have to spread the thin layer of 0.5 gram of cotton wool for an area of 450 square centimeter between two glass plates. We have to take the two glass plates and we have to spread the thin layer of absorbent cotton wool 0.5 gram into an area of 450 square centimeter. Then view by naked eyes in a transmitted light. Then we have to calculate the naps contained in it, how many naps we have seen. Then repeat the test for 3 times and calculate the average value. The average value of the naps should not exceed than 250. So this is our last test of naps. Then in calculation, it is the calculation for water soluble substances. First, weight of empty borosilicate beaker. Second is weight of borosilicate beaker plus filtrate. Then weight of borosilicate beaker plus residue after drying to constant weight at 105 degrees Celsius. And last we have to subtract the Z minus X to get our weight of water soluble substances. In observation table, we have to write the observation for each test, what we have observed in the test, and write the inference. In inference, we are going to write the test is suitable or it passes the test for given absorbent cotton wool. And in last, we have to write the result. In the result, for absorbent cotton wool, IP passes or fails the following test. If it passes the test, we have to write the passes in the blanks. So this is up to it. Our practical is over here. I hope you understand the practical. The tests are simple, but if you have any query, you can ask me in the chat box. Thank you, and we will see next practical in next lecture.